The Fyre Festival, an ultra-luxurious music festival hosted on a private island in the Bahamas. With gourmet food prepared by top chefs, beachfront luxury villas, and performances by some of the most popular artists. That's what was promised. That was the plan. No Man's Sky, a groundbreaking game offering a vast, procedurally generated universe with infinite planets to explore. Players were promised thrilling adventures, seamless space travel, and even the ability to encounter other players in a shared universe. That's what was promised. That was the plan. Those were the plans. Okay, maybe the Fyre Festival was a scam, but still, these were failures at launch. And while, yes, their failure was for a lot of reasons, poor planning and the inability to stick to a plan was chief among them. Now, why am I talking about this? I'm trying to draw your attention to the core of every successful endeavor. Planning. Planning is boring, yes, but it's necessary. Planning comes in many forms, but for my game, Fate's Gambit, it came in two. Form 1. Mind map. Without making this too boring, which I already feel is too late, a mind map is essentially a diagram that organizes information in a hierarchy, showing relationships among pieces of the whole. Learning from my previous mistakes in making games, I wanted to have the entire vision of what the game is laid out in front of me. I wanted to be able to see the full game. With that, I'd be able to make the decision of what I should and shouldn't add, what would take too much time to develop, and what just won't be fun to play in the long run. Making this took a while. 2 weeks to be specific. This right here is how the entire thing looked at the end. Here it starts off with the main game and then branches off into the main sections of the game. The map, the events, the shop, the menu, and the battles. From these, they further and further break down until you get to ground zero. From what you may have already noticed, there was a lot of attention given to the battle section. This is because I view this as the most important part of the game. Everything else can essentially suck, but this, the main gameplay, it can't. With that out of the way, there were essentially 2 meetings I had with my team, essentially reviewing the diagram and polishing it as best as possible. From that point, planning form number 2 came into play. Form 2, Project Plan. Okay, so this part can be sped through. This step essentially breaks down the items specified in the mind map into the actual steps that my team and I would need to do to implement what's been specified. This can be the code that needs to be written, the art needs to be created, or the music and sounds that would be needed. For this project, I use what's called Kanban. Kanban is a visual workflow management system designed to improve efficiency and flexibility. It uses a board divided into columns representing different stages of a process, like to do, in progress, and done. Next, steps. That's the planning that's been done. Now, as I record this, I'm well into this second week of development, and so far I've stuck to the plan in regards to what's been stated to be done and when. My team members were also successful in this, although not to the same extent. This one was short, but in the next video, I'll cover what was done in the first 2 weeks of development. That video should come out in a week. If you would like to support me, go ahead and give this video a like.